Rios did not see that uppercut coming and just took him out. But again, you got to give credit to Leo Santa Cruz. He did something that I was even,
this fight, and they felt that if he'd gotten through these rounds, he was going to do well in the second half of the fight, but it was not to be. The power of Davis, too much for him.
Work out of it. Oh, down goes. Whoa, that's a hard knockdown for Brandon Rios is down. I don't think he can recover from this. It's up to 6 and 7. His legs aren't going to be there. This fight's going to be all over. I don't think Brandon can continue. No, it's all over. He said come forward, and he can't continue. What a knockout. A right hand by Danny Garcia. Oh, man, look at that shot, and look at his eyes. See the way the neck snapped?
Figueroa just... Oh! Down goes Figueroa. That's a hard knockout right there. Yeah.
Charlo's first defense. And again, he gets to Hatley opening up here. Good right hand. Hatley covering up. Charlo runs with a huge right hand. That's it right away. Referee Charlo did smartly. Brilliant shots here by Charlo, and then he had that time to pivot and get all the power in there. Look at where this comes from. He gets everything right on the mark. That is a lights out right. Harvey Dock, the referee, knows exactly what he's looking at and calls it off without a count. Watch how Charlo now moves it. There's the pivot. Everything here is the pivot. It's not just the right hand, but it's what precedes the right hand. He showed a veteran's poise in not rushing that chance.
The center of the ring is Mikey Garcia's friend, so he can use his distance to his advantage for Slatijinin. He's got to find a way to press Mikey. Gets and an uppercut. Oh, Slatijinin is hurt. The right hook puts him down. This one is over. We'll see it again. He avoided the left, and the uppercut came, boom, right there, vicious, stumbling around with Slatijinin. He got his legs under himself for a brief moment, but in that process, he remained upright. Mikey saw it and connected with that. Good night, Dejan. Taking a look at another angle. He missed the straight left, and then Mikey saw the opening as he had his head down, connected with the uppercut. Slatijinin, in a way to try to avoid being knocked to the canvas, was stumbling around, almost used the ropes and turned around, didn't have his hands up, and got caught with that power shot.
For having the character to throw with him.
Breazeale fought this whole fight at long range in this first round, and this was kind of inevitable because of that. And we got another look at how it was set up.
But once he's inside, he doesn't let go of his hands. Now he's trying to
trying to throw the uppercut. Well, there you have it. Right, the uppercut from too far back, right, Abner?
Too far back.
And that's what led to the problems. And you know, we've credited Fundora with being able to take a knee against Lubin.
runs out of room. He's done a good job of smothering Charlo. Charlo's going to have to... Oh, there's...
Nice right uppercut by Centeno again, trying to score with another one on the inside before getting knocked out by Charlo. Charlo just misses with the right cross.
The right hand by Charlo. Then a clash of heads didn't help him. So the right hand started the problem. And then, well, yet another. So it wasn't just the left hook, but I think this left hook is the one that really did the damage.
There inside the glove, and that really hurt.
Yeah, that's the one that did most of the damage.
And sharp adjustment by Charlo to throw it inside the glove because...
Definitely unorthodox, and he's got a wide stance working for him. But sometimes you can get caught running into punch.
Come on! Like that! They may stop this fight if he does not get his feet over it.
Oh, out again! And that will do it! I told you it was explosive. That was that right hand, and he threw it after a double jab. And like I said, here it comes. Boom! Let me tell you, the referee should have made him walk to him like all the other referees. Not holding it wrong, he's basically holding himself up. He wasn't ready to stand back in there.
Well, we kind of talked about it. It would pose a problem early.
Be the bully right now. On the inside. This is a 24-year-old kid who may be a little bit overconfident. He kind of ducks. You're going to see the big shot by Davis right here. And here it comes. Definitely set attention.
Okay. All right.
But that one doesn't really land. That one does, but it's kind of smothered shot. That one's a good shot.
The fact that second left hand hurt him again is what sent Doc in. And I think he was worried about him getting hung up on the ropes and taking punishment. Obviously, you see, he doesn't agree with the...
He's hurt on his feet.
The Combi left hook, right hand. Nicolo in deep trouble here against the ropes.
There go that touch. There go that touch.
The Combi doubles up on the left hook.
That's what I'm talking about. He's finishing now.
Oh, that's it.
And that's it.
He's a warrior. Nicolo took a multitude of punches, but a good stoppage by Tony Zeno.
He gallop and gallop, take his time, touch. Then go in for the big shots.
Too many punches in a row there. That's when Zeno said, I gotta get in here.
Yeah.
Good stoppage.
Yeah, very good stoppage.
And Nicolo was game. I mean, he took a lot of shots early to the body. You could see after the referee stopped it that he was like, come on, man, but what did you want him to do at that point?
Right.
He didn't answer those punches, not one of them.
Berlanga backs up Varju. Look at that combination!
Right there.
3-punch combination. Down goes Varju.
Will he beat the count?
Count is at 6, 7, 8. He will not get up.
It's over.
There's your knockout.
You cannot knock out somebody with one single punch. You know, unless you're a great big heavyweight sometimes, but wow, what a shot.
Especially against a puncher like Berlanga.
And there it is, true to form, and Berlanga will tag that body when he sees him to the ropes, and he drops Moon in the first round, does a somersault.
You can make 0 mistakes in that gym, or you're gonna have to pay for it. In this case, it's push-up.
Left back upstairs. And that right over the guard.
Nonito Donaire, a power puncher. I mean, 14 years ago, he beat Big Darcinian. 10 years ago, he gave us Rookie of the Year against and today he's giving us another knockout. And it was just a matter of time in this last round.
Big shot by Canelo Alvarez. Caleb Plant down, and Canelo looking for the finish. Big left hook. Plant might be out on his feet. Plant might be out on his feet. Big right hook. Canelo looking for the finish. Canelo looking to finish off Caleb Plant, and down goes Plant, and this one is over. And the undisputed super middleweight champion of the world, Saul Canelo Alvarez. And here is, I believe, the finish of the fight. As you see Canelo, and Plant was wobbly. He was almost out on his feet. A right, a left, another big right. And down went Plant on his back. But you know what? Canelo Alvarez proved that he is the best pound-for-pound fighter once again. But Caleb Plant deserves a lot of accolades for his performance. That right, and look at the finish of the fight. Russell Mora watching the action. What I'm curious about is I want to see the scorecards at the end of the stoppage. The right followed by the left. The right on the left ear of Caleb Plant, and down he went. Both men should be proud of their performances here tonight. What a night here in Las Vegas. And there, the adulation of victory. History for Canelo Alvarez says that's it.
And he's using his point jab to try and set that up.
No, you're right, because in previous fights we've seen that he seems kind of awkward, but in this fight he's not looking. There's a big left
He did indeed, and what he'll do here is just counter left hand as Rios came in squared up.
Right hand, and down he goes. There it is. Good Deontay Wilder is back. That's what I said. Don't get hit by that right hand. Here it is again. So clean, so powerful. And you know what? That was almost like the Muhammad Ali, Sonny Liston chop right hand. It wasn't even a step-in right hand. No. But it goes to show you the power he's got in this fist. And that's a rugged guy. He is 6'6", 253, and he is starched in one shot. This was no phantom punch, that's for sure.
And let me tell you, it's not all about the big punch all the time. It's about the short punch.
Yeah, you're right.
So the short punch is very effective, just like the big punch.
And now Morell looking to pick up the pace, and down goes Gervonta, and that's it. This one is over. It was unnecessary, but Morell gets the finish in grand fashion. And now Gervonta is in deep trouble. Here is the finish. Look at that right hook banging, his head snapped back off the canvas. You hate to see that, but man, David Morell is a bad, bad man.
Has been Tony stepping back the entire time. Big right hand that was. Again from Tszyu, and another. Harrison's in trouble. Tszyu looks for the finish. Tony Harrison on unsteady legs.
So he can do the pull there. He can't stand up because the canvas.
Here goes Tszyu, pressing forward with all the time that he needs to finish off the American. He's pouring in shots. Harrison goes down. barrage. Tszyu took it to another level.
Tony is going to get up.
Tony is not getting up. He gets to his feet, but for how long? He's on very unsteady legs. Stopped watching this.
Look at this right here. Uppercuts, uppercuts. I got to say, I'm very mad at this ref for allowing Tony to take this many clean shots and not step in. I felt like the ref should have been there. Tony's head goes out of the ring. The ref is still allowing this fight to take place. Right there. Hey, look at this. Look at these eyes. Vicious right there. That's vicious punching right there. And that's what you need if you're Tszyu. The message tonight, I'm vicious and I'm ready.
Yeah, that is hard to watch because Tony Harrison's a star.
Well, there's still 45 seconds left here in the opening round. We said Morell wanted to make a statement, and that's
Morell.
exactly what he's doing.
Down goes Falcao, face first. This one is over. A first round knockout.
Finish. Morell just blitzes him, unloads a huge right hand on the chin, and good night to Falcao. And I think that last one might have been a little bit unnecessary, not on Morell's part because the fight continued. I think the fight should have been stopped after the first knockdown.
Well, Falcao was looking over at Celestino Ruiz, and literally he was so just didn't have his legs underneath him, and the finish. Boom. Oh my goodness. Face first goes the Brazilian bronze medalist. David Morell Jr. has at least, he didn't do anything. He raised his stock so much, Miguel, here tonight.
Ocampo goes down for the second time, the first time since he was stopped by Spence in the opening round. And it looks like Tszyu's looking to close the show. Mamma mia, lights, camera, knockout!
And it's true, he doesn't always start this quickly. He said, obviously to himself, I'm coming out and I'm going to make a statement to this guy. He's not coming to me.
And a pound away on Akbeko. Straight left, and Akbeko's in trouble. He's hurt. This one might be over. It's target practice, and this one is over. And we're being hurled, seeing Akbeko's way. There's a left, a right hook upstairs, nearly sitting down. Akbeko was defenseless, and Mark Nelson sitting there giving him every opportunity, but enough was enough. Taking a look at, again, the precision of David Morell. That left boom, followed by a right hook on the left ear that nearly sat down Akbeko, a straight left, and it was literally like Morell was hitting a heavy bag. Oh my goodness, what a left right in the face, and it just, that hurts me just looking at it. Akbeko pretty much defenseless.
We haven't seen body work from Martin. I want to see that left to the body.
Oh, left uppercut.
Down goes Martin! Mamma mia! 6, 7. It's like Tank Davis scripts this stuff.
Here's the corner. Frank should not be in there. We were talking about that. He's just setting himself up for big trouble here. There's the uppercut, and there's the left hand.
Wow!
Once he stunned him with that uppercut.
Mukambi's already too tired. He's leaning forward. His head is up front. So I think Plant has to take advantage of those moments, especially that right there.
Left hook to the body, left uppercut, right hook. A beautiful combination, Joe, by Plant.
And Plant's so smart. He gets under that counter hook every time. He's not going to be waiting to... Ooh, he's hurting.
Big punch. Oh, but again, McCumbee says, therefore on the bell. And the referee stopped the fight. Did the referee just stop the fight?
Yes, he did.
A lot of it at close quarters, guys.
Especially that last round. Oof. It was all Caleb Plant just trying to close this fight, close this show.
But yet McCumbee still firing.
Of course, and he was.
Hand got caught in the rope, too, by the way.
That's what really did him. That was like Holmes against Tyson when Holmes' hand got caught on the ropes.
Great one from the vault, Goosen.
Yeah,
nice
poor
left
guy.
hook, right hand.
Poor guy, yeah. Caleb plants just what you call teeing off.
He wanted to come back and make a statement.
You have to against Johnson, a fighter that hasn't fought in so long, not active. You're young, you want to go out there and look and get the kill.
But look at Johnson biting down on that gum shield that was just rinsed and trying to fight back, but got buckled again. The power of Davis on display and those uppercuts on display. It's all Derek Scooter Davis here in round one. Down goes Johnson again.
Johnson. It was those uppercuts, and this is the second knockdown. We're looking at left hand after left hand. Body work, uppercut, and this is just it. Johnson just taking too many punishment.
But Thurman is poised. And here he comes.
Oh, my goodness. Game over.
Oh! It's like he never left. It's Thurman the Great.
We back.
5, Sean Porter at ringside. Those question marks have been deleted.
And the ref stepping in and doing the right thing. He was already on his way. He could see that this is a lion and a gazelle at this point. It took one punch to land, but the ref was already on his way. It's good refereeing right there.
Second time in this round.
It's overhand right.
There's the shot. It's a shot we've seen before from Tapia. 4, 5, 6, 7. It's a monstrous shot.
Go on, walk that way.
That has Vorobek down.
Punching between the gloves. The arm is out. That's what I mean. It's picture perfect right there. Punching between the gloves. Beautiful overhand right counter.
The bull is wobbly, and Taliba will try to finish him.
Don't do it again.
Big shots, and it's over. It is revenge. Taliba, he gets his moment, he gets his man. And they surge behind him as Tszyu opens up. Spencer, he's flat-footed and he's in trouble. And now he's against the ropes in a dangerous position as Tszyu goes to work. Spencer comes back, but it's all Tszyu pouring in the pressure. The towel comes in, and it's Tszyu from the ashes. He's back with a bang. Tszyu breaks down Joey Spencer in Newcastle, Australia.
You're so ready to go. But when he found the moment right here, he went for it. He didn't let Joey off. Joey heard the ref talking to him. Hey, you got to do something.
So Frank Martin breaking through in the fourth round. And there it is. Mamma mia! One hitter, quitter. Fight really
this one's
matters.
Right down the chute. Got his whole body into it. Landed it clean. Got that angle. And good night. And it looks like Barthelemy sitting up on a stool right now. But what a great shot right there. You see him pull that right hand down, and then boom, straight down the shot. What a perfect angle. Perfect picture, perfect left hand.
Southpaw shot from Frank the Ghost Martin. That man is scary.
you pulled that right hand down on Barthelemy, created that perfect space for it, and once again a picture perfect left hand.
It in again.
Knockout. I don't know what Mendez is getting up from this.
5.
He's right in front of us. His eyes are not
7.
clear.
8.
I think this is over. It is
a one-punch knockout. Man!
Twisted his ankle there when he went down. He's not going to be able to take too much more of this.
And Spence trying to finish it here. He has a wounded prey and he knows it. And Spence puts him back down, and that's it. That is it. Errol Spence Jr. remains undefeated with the knockout of Chris Algieri.
After taking some huge shots. Into the second round, straight left hand. A right hand. Sends Rodriguez down. And he may not get up. Thomas Williams. What a shot. And it's over.
Shimmell's doing a great job, jabbing, moving out of the range.
That's a big shot that dropped Shimmell! And this fight is over!
I was just talking about Shimmell, how well he's doing boxing and keeping
Right
it from his
hand,
distance.
left hook. Missed with the right hand, came right back with the left hook.
And how his head hit the canvas. Watch how his head hits the canvas after the punch. There.
See, and that's why I tell fighters all the time, put shots together. You may miss with the first shot, bam, the second shot.
Another right hand by Joe Smith Jr. Now Joe Smith, could he pull off the upset of the year? An uppercut there, followed by a left hook. Another one, a left hook now, and he drops one forearm in a heap of trouble. Is Football going to get up? This one is over.
As here comes Derevyanchenko headhunting the awkward veteran. Now he gets him in that neutral corner. See if he can thud home a right hand. Oh my! How about that left? Sam Solomon crashing down. Wobbly, Gozo.
Bundu is a wounded animal, and he has got to be careful to Spence. But now Spence going to work, and he drops Bundu, and this one could be over. Oh my goodness!
It was the corner of Starks. He said, hey, let's get aggressive.
And a good right. That was a good right and an uppercut. And Price is about to finish this off. Starks trying to hold on. Price going right at it.
Referee needs to take a good look here.
And once again, here's Price again. And the ref moves in, and that's it. That's it. Darwin Price finishes it off.
Danny looking for his opening. Oh, what a left hook there by two left hooks by Danny Garcia. And Vargas has taken a wealth of punishment. A right hand. And Billy Briscoe is going to go and wave it off. And this one is over. Danny Garcia remains undefeated. And guess what?
Julian Williams came forward, and Charlo put him face first. 1 minute left. Charlo trying to close the show, and Charlo closes it out. This one is over.
Stay down.
Wayne Hespeth has waved it off. Gervonta Charlo.
The end of the fight as Charlo really applying the pressure. A right hand on the arms, and Charlo just really poured it on at this point, believing he could get Julian Williams out of there. Left hook that stunned him, followed by a clubbing right hand, a left hook, and he going to the canvas, and Wayne Hespeth didn't even need to make a count and waved off the fight. Now we'll set it up to the ring announcer, Jimmy Lennon Jr., to make it official. Well, let's take a look one more time at the end of the fight. The left hook, and Williams left himself open, and Charlo was just hammering him with every opening he saw. An overhand right that got on the arms, but you could tell it took good effect to Julian Williams, followed by that left hook. And Charlo was just in attack mode at that point. Down goes Julian Williams, and Charlo knew that the fight was over at that point.
Oh, vicious right hand! Pedraza goes down!
Stoppage in the end.
Here we see it again, the right hook of Davis. You know, we were at the fighter meeting. Morell mentioned to Davis, is that right hand your most powerful punch? He said, well, I like both the left and the right, but tonight he showed us both punches, but the right hook ultimately a little more powerful.
And he landed some solid left up.
Finding religion. Sammy Vasquez fighting over in Iraq. You know, and there's another right hand that drops Sammy Vasquez, and that may be it. Luis Collazo.
Great shot.
Comes to Mississippi and knocks out Sammy Vasquez.
Because again, he has an 85% knockout ratio, so maybe he's trying to throw a little
Yeah, Brian, his trainer said that was a good round and that he hurt Kamal Russell bad. He said he wants to see 2 to 3 hands, right hands in a row. There you go.
And he's got him in trouble right now, Jordan, against the ropes.
He's definitely
big right hand. He's got Kamal Russell in trouble, and the technician is carving him apart.
You know, that's the rhythm I was talking about. You know, fighting at his pace, controlling, dictating the pace.
And that's it.
That's it.
Bill Clancy said he's seen enough. The technician has stopped Kamal Russell. So here in this 5th round.
That was a big right hand. You know, he tends to swarm him and stays on him. And you know, he had him hurt, so he stayed on him and he kept working. Like I said earlier in the fight, you know, he found his rhythm, he's going to end the fight early. And he dictated the pace, and he just kept swarming and kept punching. And the ref seen that, you know, it was enough, you know. That was a good call by the ref also. You can see Gervonta keeps working and keeps throwing punches, he keeps throwing big shots. That was a great stoppage by the ref.
No, that right hand, as you pointed out, that started it all.
Yes. Definitely, man. It's all about the rhythm, man. I feel like the rhythm played a big part of this fight tonight. Gervonta, you know, the first couple rounds he started off slow, but once he found that rhythm, it was on from there, you know, and that's what created the stoppage for the fight.
Jesus Cuellar, the former world champion. And a nice shot left to withstand, and that drops Zambrano. Oh boy, this could be a quick ending. And this one is over as Claudio Moreno disposes.
Jab for Russell. And some good explosiveness from Russell. And that one hurt Escandon, that last right hook to the temple area. Can Escandon survive this? No, he can't. He is stopped for the first time in his career. Big shot, there is the hammer. Charlo might end this right now. It is over. Roman is up, but he was... Take a look. Boom, boom, boom. And then watch how Luka falls back on his ankle. So that's... He's pointing to that. Because of the way he fell. Can't get the leg into position. Big shot. Left knee. Everything beyond that. And you have to credit Charlo with putting so much power into that shot that Thurman does not fall back in a classic way. That's it. And Luka was already dipped, so that shot put in at an awkward angle to begin with. Trying to flex out that knee.
Wilder's right hand is Thor's hammer, and here in round 1, he is Ragnarocking Stavern.
He's out. He's out cold. I don't know if he's going to be able to get up.
That's it. That's it. That's it.
Statement. That is a statement.
Stavern looked like he was going to get through the round with only a few seconds left. And here's Wilder juking and jiving and coming with the right hand. Now, ironically, that
Here's
one...
the shot that hurts him right here.
This is the one, the left hand that really created a problem.
Right hand comes up the middle as well. He's already out. He's already out before he hits the ground here. So you credit to Arthur McKenty, man, because those are two big guys. He's got to get in the middle of those guys.
And actually, it was very good that he got in there right away so no more punches could land against Stavern, and obviously he's out at that point.